Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Off we go with the crates in the wood mission. Yeah, we are going to go through the swamp right now. We're going to collect 5 boxes of vehicle spare parts and deliver them to the proper owner though. There was a flood around here. I know you might not have guessed with all the water over the road, but it is true. But first of all, let's just fix this big boy up. How much do we need over here? Start the tracking. Oh, we have more than enough right now though. That's beautiful. Here we go. And we already thought of calling our helicopter. Thanks. That will be a little bit of an overkill though, but man, we are happy that we are here. Now I'm going to go no nosediving with the Mech Pinnacle. We are going to take the railroad route. It's a little bit better though. Unload at the power tower. Service spare parts. Yeah, we still have to do quite a lot though. But the tasks are actually very, very small, as you can see right now. 3 over here and 2 contents. And then we are going to work for the Gold Horse Mining Company. But right now, first this one. Now I kind of wonder though if we will have the glitch again. Because then it might be Mag Pinnacle experience though in the Yukon. But I doubt it, to be very fair though. That was a very unique glitch and it is rather special though, right? You know, that we had those logs stuck under the Mag Pinnacle non-stop 24/7. Although as you can see though, this is no nosediver for anything at all. It's a mud type of vehicle and we have to be very, very careful here with the water. But, you know, everything on the side though, the Mag Pinnacle is an absolute beast. But I just wonder if we will get the glitch again. I don't think we will. There's so much code in the game though. You just have to mistype just one code line in one of the vehicles and, you know, it happens. Now, this is going to be one of my most sketchy hauls though. And I don't think we should do this. But if we do it and we fail, I'm just going to get the 6Z though. Yeah, super sketchy though. Let me do some sketchy shit. Do-da, do-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Actually, we are not tipping over though. I mean, that's a miracle. I kind of was, betting my house on it, one might say. Here we are. So it's good that it's not official though that we have done that. Now I know how it looks like though, but we cannot even do it. Alright, that's great. That's actually great. We have to put it a little bit better on. Makes sense of course, but maybe we got a little bit lucky here. Okay, don't slide off. Very nice. Pack the cargo. Restore the crane. Let me do some sketchy shit. Do them. Yeah, I totally have to think about it right now though, huh? The little meme over there. Ay. Yeah, that was hella sketchy though. Differential lock on for extra traction here and there. Sinking away. Yeah, the 6E would totally have owned this little challenge over here, but that's not why we are playing the game after all. We are playing the game because we do like a challenge. But sometimes we absolutely do want to be a lazy pants though, huh? And just have top A success from the get-go. Now the best thing that we actually could do is... I'm risking the glitch right now. Is actually stay a little bit deeper on side of the forest side, but I was a little bit afraid of that too because the glitch. Yeah, horrors, man, horrors. It took me over an hour to finish just one easy mode mission though. I mean, that is something that makes you think twice though, doesn't it? Alright, and from here we are going to put ourselves there. It's such a fascinating thing that the deep mud is actually deeper outside of the water area than it actually is over here. And as you can see, because we did winch, oh, there we go. That tree is actually not dead that we did attach on. Yeah, it's pushing us slowly back. Yeah, and these things can actually cause the glitch though. That is a funny little experience. But yeah, the deep mud around here is less deep mud than in the water. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But this one is actually more deep mud than on the water. It's just funny. All right, we just have to keep going. And hopefully we will be able to make it though. The smartest thing that we could ever do right now is just turn around. You know what I mean though? Yeah. That tree is winning. That tree is winning again though. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Right at the front tire, there's a log there that is actually buried deep in the mud. And that's how they are getting here. I mean, that is not a glitch though. That's the future of the map. It truly is. Oh, and do you see that? That dead tree that we did drive over? Oh, now it's disappearing, huh? Oh, man. Yeah, that tiny bush was just disappearing right when we left it. Kind of funny. It just disappeared, but it kept pushing us back. It was fighting for its life though. It already did snap, right? And it was fighting and fighting, and it won. And then it was, yo, ciao bella, I'm out of here. And that attitude though of that tree, man. Yeah. Ah, I like it though. Nature that fights back, huh? You often see that in one of those apocalyptic games, you know, where a city is totally run over. I always pause there just to take in the scenery, though. It's so beautiful. I don't want ever something like that to happen, though. Unless it's an abandoned city. For some reason, right? You know, economical reasons, no jobs, whatever. Oh! Whew! Just did put those anchors on time, though, my boys. Yeah. We are at the swamp though, so we should always be using these anchors. But yeah, you know, further, I never want to see a city being taken over because that means something very, very bad it happened there. But it's a scenery though that you really want to see IRL, I suppose. Alright, we have to drop it off right behind us. I could technically grab this one and then turn around, but let's just do that for the way back. We are sinking. Sinking, sinking, sinking. Yeah, this is... Oh, did you see that? Yeah, that little log over there is getting crushed. That's a good sign. Right at the front. It's still up though, so it's stronger than I thought it would be. Yeah, I'm wincing here and turning and accelerating and going back and forth. Because that just helps us out by making the turn. Causes a lot of friction though, and a lot of pressure on the steel frame, of course, you know, of the truck and on the tires. IRL just could pop though, you know, so be very careful with this. There we go. So far, everything is going rather smooth though, I have to say. It's going very, very smooth. We have bad experience in this swamp after all with the Mac Pinnacle, and so far, feeling really optimistic about it. Not sure where my voice is going here and there, but I do feel very optimistic. Look at that. My advice though for anybody who is watching this and is following along, use a truck that has no difficulties with these logs though, right? You know, when you are entering the mud. Like over here, these logs are no issue. Here, there are so many of them. They are no issue at all. But use a truck that can actually go through deep mud and crush these deep mud logs though. It's a very strange thing to actually say though, but yeah, there are tons and tons of them around here, and I would recommend a high taller truck, but be sure that it has a small crane and a flatbed, or else you cannot really pick up these cranes, you know what I mean? Unless you have a second truck, but that's just too much of a hassle in my opinion. So, yeah, but if you're playing along though, I mean, hey, comrade, nice. I mean, let's just do this together though, right? You know, struggle in the mud though. Oh yeah. But yeah, deep mud and logs, this pinnacle though, as you can see, really likes to deep mud it. Technically I want to show you guys right now how it would look like with a different truck. Shall we do that experiment? I think we should though. Just to make my point clear. Kind of feels bad at the same time because I love this truck though. Alright, so I turned it back to midday, and we don't have a race suspension on a beautiful Azov 73210. One of my favorites though, if you have been a viewer for a while, you know that I really enjoy this big boy. But oh boy. Now let's see. We are starting in standing still, so it's not the best comparison that we can have right now. But it's a fair one anyway. So it doesn't have a race suspension. That means that we don't have a lot of clearance to begin with. The snorkel is, by the way, on the top of the cabin, so that's a benefit. But as you can see, as long as we have the momentum going, what we would normally have to, because we are starting off not by standing still if we are driving into something like this, though. Oh yeah, that's the tall bumper love there, right? That we do have is a massive negative because look at the clearance of the cabin. That's why this truck absolutely does need a race suspension though. And the Mack Pinnacle doesn't have this issue as much as this one has. But we are still clearing it way better than the Mack Pinnacle. But the design of the Mack Pinnacle is just so good though. Now, this is not deep mud over here, so we are going to go inside of the water in a little bit probably. Or we are sticking to the side of the road. We can do both. But yeah, as you can see, it is an absolute beautiful truck to drive. It is a very long one. It has 10 tires, by the way. So, you know, it has a lot of clearance over rocks and all. Because there has to be at least one part that can still touch the road or anything like that. The only issue is right now is the low cabin. That is the most negative one. This why this truck was actually in the garage for quite a while and has to go back into the garage until we find the race suspension later on. I believe it is in Maine, and I'm not sure. Wisconsin is next. Could also be Wisconsin though. I know there are a couple of trucks that I have that needs to go there for a couple of upgrades, so we will have to see. So this one, we came from the other side of this lake in the last episode, and Mack Pinnacle was actually stuck here, also going sideways like this. But then on the other side, it's not the best comparison though, but we can compare it a little bit. And I have to say though, smooth like butter. Okie dokie. A little bit of an extreme little path to try, but I don't even think we do need the anchor, but if we do, we will definitely equip it right away. No, we don't need it. Look at that. Perfection though. Not the crane handling, but the dropping of it. Do we need actually an anchor? Yeah, we do. The nose was hugging Mother Earth again. Oh, well, you know, it's probably an emotional truck. But yeah, I cannot wait to get a race suspension of this one because it is such a good one. For real, it is such a good truck. Spin me around. There we are. A little bit up, please. There you go. Nice. Unpack and pack. Always do that though, huh? Now, the Mac Pinnacle will be stuck here. Even on low gear, differential lock on. And by the way, this truck always has differential and all-wheel drive on. But because it's low gear plus with the Mac Pinnacle, we could just have those two options on too. So there should be no difference. There's no difference between low gear plus and automatic. Even with fuel consumption. So keep that in mind though. Keep that in mind. It's an absolute beast though. And I love it. Yeah, I think he needs a change of pants though right now. He must be freezing. It's nuts like like raisins though, huh? Cold water. It's all part of the job, I suppose. And I'm sure he doesn't get hazard pay though. He's getting difficult terrain pay and all, but probably not hazard pay. Or maybe actually he does, because who pays thousands and thousands for a truck to deliver in this location alone just for difficult terrain? You know what I mean? So there's probably some hazard pay in it. Can my boy breathe? Oh yeah, he can. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Because, you know, I still like to play it a little bit like a role play type of thing, right? You know, like we are really here and all. And I mean, this is okay. But anything worse is not okay though. We do need to breathe. Oh yeah. It's a slow going and a slow coming. But we are going. Let's speed it up just ever so slightly. Alright, very nice, very nice. Now let's go and equip this. There's a snorkel over there that can actually help out with blocking everything. But don't rely too much on it though. Just put the crane right on top. Yeah, and the issue is right now we do need to win, so... Meaning the cargo is actually not really connected to the crane anymore. So let's just hope that the snorkel, the air filter, in other words, right, you know... well, not the air filter, the snorkel and the exhaust. And of course the crane are holding it in place. And I think it actually is though. Yeah, looking at it. Not bad. At least so far. Let's see how it goes in the long run. Now let's go back and deliver the beautiful cargo. It's a heavy snowy day, by the way. Lots of fog. Very atmospheric. No, what is blocking? Ah, long way okay. Long way logs. Yeah, that's something that we have to get used to though around here. They do tend to snap if you back off a little bit. But that's not always the case. It really depends on how you actually hit it though. But yeah, if you keep pushing, yeah, there's no way it's going to budge. No way at all. It's like you are driving against a solid object though, like a mountain or something. I think we are going to take the right route. Yeah, seems a little bit more dry to me though. To the left we have a lake. Yeah, as you do see, we do have some real good routes though through the swamp. We only have to be able to find them. And these little dead trees, that one we're just buzzing over, normally they do snap like that though, right? We have seen it right now. Remember earlier in this episode, it did push us back. There's some real mystery about all of this. And I cannot seem to figure out which is which though. Oh, beautiful, yeah. So the Mac Pinnacle was totally stuck here already. Then we went off-road a little bit. Not in this episode, by the way, in the last one. Then we went around off-road here. And it got stuck even more. That's the funny thing about it all. Okay. Okay then. Alright. I'm not saying anything though. The S-off is... Oh, I should not say anything. Yep. Let's just keep it as it is though. We can fill in the dots ourselves here. And look at that. Beautiful. Oh, look at that though, huh? He got his food and now he's very happy. He's probably sharing the food with the neighbor. He didn't deliver it to this house, but I think he was watching sports or something. Pack cargo. Deliver. Boom! Impressive work. The crates are intact and we are happy. Here is your reward. You're more than welcome though. So he has a garage in his garage, huh? Not a bad job to have around here, I'm telling you. So off the cliff, we definitely want to go with a big crane. Probably the ZigZ or something, we will have to find out. And unload at the power tower. I think we can do this. Yeah, would be a nice job. Alright, so it seems like we do need help anyways right now. Because there's no way where I can get this one over there, the cargo. So that's an issue. So yeah, we do need help from a big crane. And we do need help from a big crane twice. One, to get that car out of the lake. Then to put it on a flatbed and put it in the guy's home. We want to know where that guy is living though. So, you know, like, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be probably... Yeah, I wish I could see him though. Anyways. We are going to haul it over here. Then we are going to grab a big craner. And then we are going to do a double job right after one another though. Best thing about it all is though, it's almost at the same spot. How awesome is that? Well, technically it is. Only the delivery is just a little bit off though. Oh my. Look at that though. It was a little bit daydreaming, it seems. Crush it. High gear up the hill. One of the most satisfying things for me. Awesome sauce though, huh? Freaking awesome. Alright, around the corner there's a little crate already in the garden though. That's very nice of him. And let's just make a little commitment though that we are not destroying the 4 Piccadilly fences right there. Very interesting choice, by the way, to just put 4 up. It's not negative though. I kinda like it in a strange way. Now, because we have to go back up again, I think it would be best for me to actually go in reverse down the mountain and right where we have to go to. It makes a lot of sense though, because then we only have to accelerate up again. No turning, no twitching, no bitching about the terrain though. Just accelerate forward, you know. Head planning is a very good thing. Or planning ahead though, if you want to speak proper English. Well, we are. It's rather close by too, so there's no biggie. IRL, I'd be nervous though with all the snow, deep mud, going downhill like this. 3 logs over the road and all. I mean, sure, I can find the brake though, but with this amount of mud, you might keep sliding. One wrong move and you're just tipping and flipping right over. It's a good thing though that the rear wheels are steering too a little bit. As you can see right there. Beautiful, right? Yeah, that's nice. Oh, we're too much dreaming here. It's getting nightfall though, so let's go and take a nice little nap somewhere. Probably at the rear of our truck itself though. I mean, it doesn't have a bed, but we can use it as one. Alright, right over here though, and let's go and pack the cargo too. Just park it a little bit closer with the nose. Just over here. So that the rear is close by too. Oh yeah. Now this is going to be a very interesting haul though. I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it though. Okay, the legs are doing proper work over here. I'm actually looking forward to haul that car out of the water. Actually, it's more of a cliff though. It's almost inside of a lake. It's close by. And we have the very heavy crane, by the way, for, well, extreme heights, it said. So it is the proper crane for the job. And yeah, this is a nice little taskway too. You can turn around nicely here and there. Now hopefully the workers are going to have a field day though, huh? Not needing to drag anything around. Let's put it a little bit further away. Maybe on the rocks. So it doesn't get too wet and all, you know what I mean though. It's a little bit more comfortable for the workers. Cargo management. There we go. You did a great job. This pretty much does it. And we owe you a reward. Nah, you only owe me what you know what I deserve. It's the money. It's the work for the labor, of course. Now restore the crane. And let's go and haul that little truck out of the little vehicle, actually. It's a fisherman's car out of the trouble zone. I'm looking forward to it, though. Let's see where it actually is again, and then it's going to be fun. Come on. Not be so difficult. Right over there. I only hope that I can actually reach it though with the crane. Probably if we do extend it and the cable is long enough. Which technically should though. If we look at the 2 wires down there. So, you know, like it should be a-okay, I suppose. But we will find out now, won't we? It's the Zigzag on purpose. So we do have massive balance. And I think we're just going to park it right over here. And this is some... Can you imagine someone doing this in real though? And it's not a military operation or something. It is very, very unique. To say the very, very least. Yeah, that one is not even touching. But at least the rear ones are, and the one to the right. So apparently this is not going to be too much of an issue though, huh? Oh my, call me surprised. There we go. The front one. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, it's sort of been a total loss right now because some cliff dive from this size, it is difficult though. It is difficult to actually repair any of this. If the chassis is just bent or whatsoever, it will be total write-off. But is it even worth to get a new body, kit, new windows, furniture, legs, right? You know, like, I mean, you know, with the suspension, the gearbox, exhaust, the wiring probably is damaged because of all the water. The engine could even be, you know, cracked. The tires could be off axle. There's a lot of issues though that just keeps popping up in my mind right now. I don't think it is absolutely worth it, but it's not my car. It could be a sentimental value though to the guys, so who knows. Alright, let's just keep as is. Deactivate the anchors. And drive on home. Gotta be careful though, because this could be tip heavy for the ZigZ. I doubt it though, and that's why I'm using cooled. Any other truck, it would be tip heavy. By the way, look at this though, by the way. This is our fish that we caught. He never caught a fish this big. Oh. Yeah. It's not tip heavy though, but whew, kind of went though. Kind of went. This is an awesome thumbnail though, isn't it? Yeah, it is, dude. Oh, that's nice. All right, now let's go grab the other truck. Of course it will. Oh, well, let's just go and turn right next to it then. No biggie. Yeah, we did not want to destroy the Piccadilly fences, remember? Is it Piccadilly or Piccadilly? Piccadilly, I believe. Let's go a little bit further back so we have more crane control. Alright. Let's just lower the big boy. Makes it a little bit easier though, right? You know, to put it on here where it should be. Just lower up. A little bit back and forth so we have it nice aligned. A little bit wrong there, of course, Come on, lower the crane, damn it. I keep pressing the winds down though, but it doesn't do it. Now we have to get it back up. Ay. Let's try this again. Apparently we could not lower the winds. For some odd reason though. And oh boy, how I actually desire to get, you know, like vehicles with just a front single pointer though, or 3 points to hook on, so you can actually grab nicely in the middle, you know what I mean though. Alright, change the truck. Not, oh wait a minute, was it? I think it was the one though that we wanted. Yeah, the S-off, there we go. Yeah. Back the truck. Sure. Let's go. Let's do it in the most conventional way ever. Now, we kind of want to go like this though, don't we now? But I think the best route will be from here. But tell that to someone who cares about the best route. Now let's see. Is there a road over there? I think there's a road actually over here though. I know best parking. I know. There's little control with it. Probably we could do it with this little crane though, you know, but it's packed already. I mean, what are we supposed to do now? It's kind of cool, by the way, to see this scout. I was so happy when I unlocked it in Michigan. So incredibly happy, though. I kind of liked it because of you always see these with safaris, you know. And let's admit it, it's something like a safari right now. We are not in a tropical climate or in Africa. We are actually, you know, like having a great time here in the north, but it's still some type of safari, and it's kind of strange that there are no safari excursions in our lands, right? You know, in the northern hemispheres and in the west in general. Come on, big boy, we can do it. We can do it. Ah. Yeah, this is an issue right now. I'm not sure why we cannot do it. Do you see that tree that just fell over? In the swamp, those trees though, they just take you out, no biggie. They don't even ask, you know, why are you alright? They just do it. Alright, you know what? Let's get the Zigzag over here. Let's get the big boy here. Technically, we could put it over here. Yeah, it's a nice little slope though for Zigzag to take. Extends the range a little bit though, right? You know, for crane, for anchors. And I mean, if they don't really fit and grab, you know, like anything that we do care about, you know, like the earth for balance and all, it is still a very good little thing to go through because, well, by the way, let's just see if this goes. By the way, yeah, so if it does tip, then we can just, you know, land on those anchors and it will be fine. If it doesn't do anything like that, then yeah, we're in trouble. Doesn't really want to do it though, huh? Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't really care about it. Restore. And we are going to do it the old-fashioned way. Raw power. There we go. If nothing works, raw power does though. Careful for the trees, of course. So this is where the guy lives. I kind of had a feeling though, like it will be a place where you do definitely need some handbrakes. So it's kind of strange that he did not use his though. Like I cannot get over it though. You know? Oh, it is what it is though. I like the guy. I mean, he lives in a way that he... What is going on here? He's challenging, you know, everything that he does as a fisherman. Oh, there we go. And there we are. Thanks, the car has a couple of dents, but the engine starts and that's all that matters. Here's your reward. Dude, be careful of that though, because if the chassis is bent, I mean, if you break, everything can just rip. If you have an accident, you will be... Oh, it's like someone who weighs 300 kilos is just tapping on a cookie box, you know, of one of those delicious Danish cookies, you know, tin boxes. Yeah. Yeah, oh well. He's going to kiss his own ass as he's going to drive against something. Anyways, By that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe, though. Bye-bye.